In this video, I'm going to show you how I edit lettering photos for Instagram right on my phone. It's all for free and you can use Android or Apple. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey friends, I'm Sarah from Ensign Insights. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Before we jump into editing photos, I just want to mention that I do teach a lettering videos class on Skillshare. I will link to that below if you are interested. Some of the techniques are similar to what I'll show you here, but it's specifically for lettering videos. So here is what my setup looks like. You can see as I pull away, my desk is pretty messy. You just have to have a nice little clean area. And then I use the windows, natural light. And I have these lights that were $50 from Amazon, and they help a ton. You can see as I turn them on, it kind of distributes the light more evenly. Before I had them, I had a white foam board that I would stand up so that it would bounce the light from the window back onto my photo. So you definitely can do it without professional lights. It does help if you don't have a nice window for natural light. So the first thing is to decide what size of photo you want. This one will be square for Instagram. And decide what props you want. I normally like to just have the pens that I used in it. I keep it really, really simple. And then you can see I put my hand in there and then I touch and hold, and that gives it the AE lock, which brightens it up. I don't know why it does that with having your hand in there better than not, but it works. So then I normally snap several photos trying to get the angle straight on. And then I am going to open up Snapseed. It's by Google and it's on Android or Apple. And then you have all your photos right there. You can decide which one you want to start with. So I'm just going to choose the one that looks like it's the brightest to even begin with. And then there are so many things that you can do with this. I'm just going to show you the basics, but look at all of those different types of editing that you can do with this app. It's pretty strong and it's free, which is amazing. So I just clicked white balance, and then I'm going to take the dropper tool and bring it to where I want it to be white. Sometimes the camera doesn't capture that exactly, and then it automatically changes it for you. And you can also go in and change the temperature. So maybe you want yours a little more blue or a little more yellow. Maybe you want to take out all of the yellows if that's what your camera captured. So I'm just going to decrease it just a little bit, and then the tint as well, green to purple. So just find where it looks the most white or whatever style that you're going for. And then under tools, I'm going to tune image, and this is where all the magic happens. So the brightness, I always increase that as long as I'm not washing out any of the colors. And then the contrast as well. The contrast is going to make the darks darker and the whites whiter. So this normally works unless there's something really yellow and it could wash out the yellow. Saturation, I always add just a little bit of saturation because I like my colors to really pop. And ambiance gives it a little more structure. Highlights, this is the one that I love the most because it just takes the whites and makes them brighter. So it's not going to change anything else. This one does sometimes affect the yellows, so you just have to watch for that. And then if you touch and hold, you can see where it was before. And then the details, so I like to increase the structure just a little bit, and sharpening. This just brings out the details, the darkness just a little bit more. And then another thing is you can change the perspective. So I don't need to change this one, but just to show you, if your camera wasn't exactly straight on, you can change it really easily, and it like crops out the sides to match what it should be, which is way cool. So sometimes if I didn't take something exactly straight, then I can just nudge it slightly in here. So really awesome. You can change it all different directions, and then it just edits it right back for you. So I'll X out of that one. Then back into tools, right here, brush. This is another one of my favorite tools. I go to the exposure, and then normally I put it at 0.7, plus 0.7. You can decrease it, increase it. I do plus 0.7, and then I just touch wherever there's white areas. You can see where you touched by pressing the eyeball. And then it makes those areas even wider without changing anything about the colors or anything else. And then I can do the same with the saturation. So I just want to increase the saturation just slightly where the words are, not touching anything else. So you can see that is quite a change. It's really fun to see the difference. So then I'm going to export, and you can either just save it or save a copy. And I normally just export, so it's a new image. But if you save a copy, then you can bring that image back in and go to the edits. See right here, view edits. And those are all the edits you made. You can go through each one and change any of them. If you decide one little thing needs to be tweaked, you could go back in and change it, which is way cool. So you don't have to redo everything. You could just go in and change one little thing. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how I made the thumbnail for this video. So I am going to crop this image, and I really love the different sizes that you can crop to. It makes it really easy. I'm just going to do free so that I can crop this right in half, remembering where I cut it. And then I'm going to go ahead and export that. And then I'm going to open the original image before it was edited. And I'm going to crop it again, but this time the other half. And then I'm going to export that. So then I have the two halves, and I'm going to go into the Layout app by Instagram, and I'm going to select both of those and go to the half and half image, and there it is. So now you can see the contrast, the before and after. Having this bright white background is definitely my style. If you don't like that, you might want to try a black background or a different color, or even the wood grain of your desk. Either way, the technique is the same. Unfortunately, Snapseed does not let you edit videos, but I will link to my Skillshare class where I talk about how to record and edit videos right on your phone for free. As always, thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.